It's me, Renee. I'm back, and today I'm doing a Q&A for you. We have an exclusive Q&A. That's my way of saying I got three questions, but they're interesting questions. So, yeah. I mean, it's also kind of better than before when I tried to do Q&As before and hasn't been successful at all. So, three, definitely better than none. Though I have done Q&As before. You can have a look at them if you want. I'll link them down below. But yeah. So firstly, Luna from the College Coast Library, sorry, asked me what is my favorite book. What was my favorite book growing up? Now, of course, I suppose for me at least, I can't name one book because I'm one of those people who have always loved to read. I've had favorite books throughout my years, but like I can't say that this book made me a reader, but this book made me a reader. I feel like ever since I've learned to read, I've loved to read. So I can't really say that this book was what made me a reader. But this book, well, technically a book series, has a special place in my heart. It is the Tzatziki series by Moni Nilsson Brennström. I think maybe one of them is available in English. I'm not sure. But yeah, anyway, it's originally a Swedish series, and I read these books over and over again as a in my high school in my primary years in primary school. Me and my two best friends all loved them. We would read the books. We could also listen to the books on audio. I remember going to my friend's house, listening to the audio, and just walking around and just laughing, and then just kind of yeah, listening to a CD audio, but also just enjoying it so much together. The audio narration of this is very good, also. But yeah, it's five books about this kid Satsiki, and it takes place. Each book takes place one during 1 year. So it's his first 5 years of primary school. So it starts when he's 7 because you used to start at 7 before. So the first year is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it ends when he's 11. There's actually also two movies. I don't actually think I think that's just for the trailer for the movies. I don't remember seeing the movies. Anywho, there are two movies, I know. And yeah, so it's him and his mom. His dad is out of the picture, and he just has a big imagination. And him and his best friend Per Hammer, they just get in all sorts of trouble, and it's hilarious. It's just very funny, and yeah, it's so good. I actually have reread them, some of them actually lately, because I kind of felt like, you know what, I want to go back to my childhood and reread something from way back. And yeah, still so funny. I still love them so much. Like, if you need to pick me up, if you're sick or something, these are great books. Though, of course, you have to read Norwegian, Swedish, probably out in Danish. Okay, I don't know how many books there are, how many languages they exist in, but they at least exist in Norwegian. So yeah. And then I also loved Kunstdetektivene by Bjørn Sortland. So this is a series. Uh, it's called Art Detectives. So each book is set around some art, like art theft, art heists, and then there's this family who going around solving the crimes. So it's very fun. I think it actually ended like way after I finished reading them. I might have ended on like uh, 16 books, so it's a long series. But yeah, I read the beginning of this series and yeah, love them. So entertaining and quick read, and you have pictures here and there. So yeah, I love that. Also, if I'm gonna be a bit cheesy and unoriginal, I did also read the Narnia books, which I loved. So yeah, I'm also a Narnia kid. Mm, yeah, and then I suppose mentioning one book too difficult. There was also actually a series called The Knut Books by Johan Arnström, who's actually an author from my hometown. And so all the books in that series took place in my. I feel like they all either took place in my hometown or they took place like in the islands closer to, because my hometown is close to lots of islands. And that was just kind of so fun to like read about 12-year-olds solving crimes. They solved kidnappings and bicycle thefts, and don't think there was ever murders, but I think there was one smuggle book and all this different stuff. So it's about a trio of friends. One of them being from very close to where I grew up, and two of them being from the town. They were townies, like they were from the center. But yeah, it was very good. Actually met that author in my teen because I was lucky enough. I met some authors through. I used to go to this creating writing course, and then I met some Norwegian authors through that. So yeah, that we had some visitors from for some authors, visits from authors, and that was very fun. So yeah, that was that. I feel like that's kind of answered that question, Luna. And then Moldot asked where I have lived or which country I've lived, because I've mentioned earlier in sprints and in videos that I've lived places. I feel like I've said the whole thing really in some sprints, but sometimes Q&As is a way people meet new people. So I'm just gonna say the whole thing again. So actually, I was this close, or maybe this close, to actually being American or from the United States, because I was born in June, and in August the same year we moved to United States. We lived 1 year in Arcata. That's close to San Francisco, or a few hours away from San Francisco. We lived there for 12 months. And then when I was 8, we moved to Australia. And then when I was 16, again, also for 12 months. And then when I was 16, we lived 1 year in Chile, I was about to say San Francisco, in South America. Also kind of funny, except in the US, in Australia and in Chile, we both times lived in the capital cities. So it's also kind of a big difference for me because I grew up it wasn't a tiny town, but it wasn't really a capital. So whenever I lived outside Norway, in Australia and in Chile, it was both like a different country, but also like this city is so big, which also kind of fun, really. Though I feel like maybe I should stop saying I lived in Australia, or I have done that, but like it's been 25 years. I lived there in 2001, so I don't really remember that much from it now. So like I can say I've been there, but I can't tell you that I love this and this and this and this and this and this. Yeah, it's just general nice experience. So yeah, and also I am also remembering less and less of Chile, though that's closer in time. I lived in Chile in 2009, so that's closer, but still time flies. Uh, I suppose I remember a bit more from then, and yeah, and I suppose also like because Moldot asked like which places have I lived, or like sorry, which countries have I lived. You could be um picky and nitpicky. And well, I suppose it could be nitpicky and start asking, how did you find live? Because actually in 2014, I was actually, I think it was actually 1 month that I was in Cordoba in Argentina with my parents, because that half year I didn't really have stuff to do, and they went there and said like, you can come with us, and I was nice. So I went to Spanish course, and then we just kind of we didn't really do that much. We just enjoy the city, and then also we went. No, actually, we didn't really go around that much around Argentina. But like for a few days, I went to see my friend in Santiago. But like in Cordoba, we just kind of used the city. We didn't really see much of Argentina other than that. Not that I remember. I might be remembering wrong. So that like the main thing was that my mom had like visiting lecturing thing because my mom's an academic. My dad is as well, but yeah. Uh, so yeah, I suppose did you find that as living? I mean, it's more long holiday maybe because like I didn't have a job there. I didn't do study there. I did like a small. I did do a Spanish course there as well. But I think I don't remember if that was for the whole period or if maybe it was just 2 weeks. So yeah. So yeah, I've lived in Argentina. How long do you have to be a place before you can say you live there? I feel like you kind of have to live there a place for like half a year before you can say you live there. But I don't know. So I've semi lived in Argentina. Yeah. Also, and sorry if any other students are looking at this, or like if anyone from Cordoba, Italy, Italy, Argentina, looking at this. So I would want to say don't go to Cordoba in Argentina. At least not when I was there, which was in the middle of Argentinian summer. Cordoba is way up in the mountains, so it was humid, it was warm, and there were like no mountains. So even so, there was like yeah, you didn't really have any wind and you didn't have any rain, so you just went around just like oh, you just kind of lived close to the AC, and it was honestly just for me at least, it was just suffocating. And I don't really remember the city Cordoba being that nice either. Really, I think I might be mixing it up with someplace else, but yeah. But it was an experience, I suppose, in a way. But yeah, so that's kind of where I've lived. And yeah, I suppose I didn't say that. The reason why we moved around a bit was because my parents love to travel and they're academics, so they can easily take like at least they kind of felt like they could easily take a year and work 1 year if at this other university to collaborate to write yeah write to do science to like research together stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah. And I suppose maybe somewhat in the same area, but I'm just gonna say it as well. Within Norway, I have lived in one, two, yeah, 3 cities. So not a lot of well, I suppose how do you count it? Okay, so I grew up in Bodø. Now you're getting some information here, but yeah. And then I lived in Oslo, the capital, for some years. But yeah, before that, I also lived 1 year in Bergen. So I lived those 3 places, and now I was about to say now I live in another big city. I don't actually live in a big city now, but I live close to another big city. So yeah, I've lived 3 places before, and now this is my fourth place. I'm just gonna say it like that. So yeah, so that's the answer there, Moldot. I feel like is the answer. And then Kylar from Infinite Library asked me sorry, one of my favorite series, which I actually do have some videos about my favorite series, but also fun to answer here. And also I have a lot of favorite series, but to mention some of them, I love the Stoker Holmes series. It's steampunk middle grade fantasy. Well, fantasy is always steampunk, but yeah, so good. And then I also love the Charlie and Nandes series, which is also middle grade. I quite love a lot of middle grade series. This is based around Hispanic mythology, and it's so good. And then I also love the Vampire Academy books, which I actually have, as you might see, I actually have this one in Spanish. Sorry, you see it better there. It's actually an edition I bought in Spain someday. So yeah, I have it also in Spanish, but I also have it in the original English. I'm gonna do a read along of that next year, so that's gonna be fun. And yeah, and then we have The Guardians of Time by Maren Curley. We have, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of series. The Ravenels by Lisa Kleypas. So many series. I have so many favorite series. So yeah, I could go on and on and on, but yeah, that's the Q&A. I hope you liked my answers, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.